want to point out that
and Masha can help you.
Masha Sergeyeva will be the other event captain.
Yes.
She's also a local biotech person.
And she pulled the fat out of the fire about a few weeks ago because we couldn't find somebody to run the event because he was leaving. So, she really stepped into the breach on that one, which was great. So now we're going to have 2.
Yeah.
And 5 volunteers.
So a couple of quick things is that 3 quick things. One, students always ask, are there points off for guessing? No, there will be no points off for guessing, so guess all you want. 2, it is a chemistry lab. Because I will be there and I will be able to help with bringing stuff. Chemistry is a hands-on science. As much as this is going to be, a pretty big multiple choice test, we will be doing a lab section. I'm going to try to make it as in-depth as possible and as, within our time limits, because we only have 50 minutes for both of this. I'd like to emphasize safety. It's something that I do, as a chemist, it's something I worry about. So that means lab coats. We won't need gloves, but lab coats for my wife can say this, for my clothes, for your clothes, or a lab apron, and lab glasses are going to be mandatory.
I assume you mean chemical splash goggles, because that was a question.
Yes, yes, because those are in the rules.
Right.
Working chemists typically do not wear those. This year, the rules say that a non-programmable, non-graphing calculator is allowed. So bring them on in. Obviously, no graphing is allowed. I do want to mention that moving into the topics, I've written the vast majority of the test, and what I want this to be is, 1, a deep understanding of the nature of acids and bases. There are a fair number of calculation questions because that's part of the life of the chemist. pH, pOH, Ka. There will be some questions on titration curves, although it is unlikely that they will be actually asked to draw a titration curve. There will be questions on strong acids and weak acids. However, there will not be questions on chemical equilibrium, which is also stated in the rules. Last thing I want to mention is that there will be questions on stoichiometry, on the reaction of acids and bases with various chemical compounds, and I think that is it for questions.
You are my hero. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will not. That's actually a very good point. The lab itself calls for a classic burette setup. We simply cannot provide that, nor those professionals in the audience know, nor do chemistry labs typically stock them. So we just don't have 10 burette setups. So it will likely be one of these things where you will have a acid with an indicator, and then you will be pipetting either by eye with volume, or you will be counting drops. That is as detailed as we can go for now. Any other questions?
Excellent.
Do you use pH meter or use the pH meter?
We will. I mean, if it's a titration, right, we won't be using a pH meter because we won't. It's unlikely. It is unlikely that we'll be doing a classic titration curve. What we will probably be doing is a titration where you have an unknown acid, and then you will be adding, or an unknown base for that matter, and then you will be adding a specific amount to try to determine the concentration of the acid or the base that is unknown.
Thank you. Excellent.